If I'm being totally honest here, then this is how I feel about things going back to normal. Too much? Yeah. Anyway, enough drama for one day. Genuinely, I feel quite nervous about the pandemic ending. I think I've been shielding for over a year now, on and off shielding, but even when shielding was off, I pretty much shielded anyway, because I was that anxious, nervous, pervous. That doesn't sound good. Let's move on from that. I actually remember the first time that we were told to shield and the government sent a text and they were like, you can open a window. Drama. Here in the UK, restrictions are starting to ease and people are starting to go out more. And I don't know about anyone else, but just seeing this stuff on social media, seeing people meeting up and going out for drinks and, I don't know, food. What else do people go out for? Walks. There you go. Close proximity things. I'm just like, what are you doing? Drama. I think it's going to take a long time for my brain to sort of realise that it's okay to go out and see people now, because COVID numbers have gone way down. Obviously, I do want to come out of the pandemic because it has taken so many lives and it's been so detrimental to a lot of people. But at the same time, I think as an introvert, as someone with social anxiety, this is like my habitat. Home, inside, withdrawn is where I live most of the time. Yeah, and I think in a way, and this is gonna sound really weird, but when COVID did hit, it felt like everyone sort of came down to where I normally live in this world of not seeing anyone and staying inside most of the time. Like, technically I've been isolating for way longer than the pandemic because of social anxiety and because of, you know, dealing with loneliness and not really having that friendship group to go to. And when the pandemic hit and people had to stay inside, I was like, okay guys, this is my territory. No, it just kind of felt like I was less alone in feeling alone because everyone has sort of come down to this level. But now things are starting to open up and people are starting to go back to their normal lives. And I'm like, no, come back, come back. I don't know, I'm just chatting shit pretty much about 99.9% of the time. Consistency, continuity, and genuinely I think it's gonna hit a lot of people going back into sort of normal society, and it is okay. It is okay to feel like this, so if you do, then don't feel like you have to go out, and if you are absolutely fine with going out and seeing other people, then just be understanding and respectful for those of us who can't quite do that yet. I'm sure it's gonna just take a bit of time for us to sort of build up into. But saying that, when shielding ended at the end of March, I have met up with 2 people for walks. That's kind of outside and social distance and stuff, so I kind of felt a lot safer with that rather than going to a restaurant or something. Although saying that, I did go to Asda the other day. Yeah, and Boots. Oh god, I'm just slaying this. But the really strange thing was, if I saw a person in Asda without a mask, younger than me, and I was like, ah. And like, it's weird to think that now that is the weird thing to do, whereas, you know, maybe a year and a half ago, if I went to a shop wearing a mask, or even, you know, back in the day when I used to travel to a different country and I'd wear a mask on the plane, I would get a lot of looks and people were like, oh my god, I didn't mind that. I felt like I was like the cool freaking Top Gun Maverick air traffic to air control. No, what is it? I don't know. Traffic to air control. Is that the right thing? Air traffic to air control? Hello, this is Alpha, Delta, Beta, Foxtrot, Carrot. I don't know what C is. A, Alpha? I don't know what B is. This just went off on a really weird segment. Me pretending to be a pilot in Top Gun. It's probably a good thing then that I'm not that, because I clearly don't know the alphabet. Alpha, Barista, Carrot. It's weird to think that how times have changed. Like, not wearing a mask now is considered like, you're pretty much like, what? Hey? I know you can get some people who are exempt from wearing masks. I don't know how that works. And then just some people not wearing masks properly. Like, why would you put it under your nose? I don't know, there's just kind of like this internal alarm that goes off when people don't social distance or when people like get too close to me. I'm like, going to shops is like the first step for me. Like, I've seen so many people who have had their vaccine and they're just like, yes, back to normality, this is incredible. And I had my vaccine and I was like I'm not sad about it. I'm just like, I'm not excited about things going back to normal because this is pretty much normal to me. Looking back at the last 12 months, I don't know about anyone else, but that first lockdown, it was horrible, to be fair. Like, for me, I just lost my dog and suddenly I was shielding and trapped inside and, you know, I didn't have a job anymore, and that was quite horrible. But at the same time, it was all like a really big community thing. We were doing clap for carers every Thursday night and gin and tonics. Maybe it felt like more of a community thing in that first lockdown, and then as things sort of started to get out, that kind of disbanded. If you do feel a little bit apprehensive about the world starting up again and things going back to whatever your normal was, then it's okay, and you just gotta take it at your own pace. But I know, like, seeing other people on social media, like meeting up and going to wherever, pubs or restaurants or whatever together, and I'm just comparing myself to that. I'm like, oh no, these people are absolutely fine about it, but I'm not. Oh my god. It's okay to feel like this, because there are quite a few of us who feel this way. I do have a video on 5 tips on how to deal with social anxiety. Whether that will be of any help to you, I don't know. And I know I've been swept away with that, where I've said, oh, hopefully things go back to normal soon, but I'm just like, do I? Am I? Even just like going out for a walk in the area that I live in, I don't get really anxious about that, because if I see someone else that I know, then I've got to make some kind of conversation. How do I speak again? I don't know what those noises were. Hi, how are you? I am okay, how are you? And I'm like, I'm okay, thank you. The classic, what have you been up to question, or what are you up to now? And I'm like, what have you learned throughout this pandemic? Applewood cheese and bugles are incredible. Do flamingos fly? That's the question. Pigeons are the sea fish of the earth. I don't know, tell me. There's pans up there, so I'm just gonna do small expressions. How do you feel about the pandemic ending? Are you excited? Are you a little bit reserved, apprehensive? Same! Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Let's just be understanding and caring and look after each other. Thank you so much for watching, and of course I will see you in the next one. Bye! I really hit my head then. Drama.